Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how often you should post on social media. So it's a common question. If you want to get more followers, you want to get more engagement, you want to build a brand, no matter what it's for, these are the times you should post. This is how often you should post. And I'm also going to give you a few examples of people you can learn from. So the first is Facebook, and you want to post on Facebook about once per day, and this is from the accumulation of dozens of studies kind of combined. For the most part, they agree that you should post about once per day between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., whichever time zone you're targeting. You also want to reshare or comment every once in a while and engage with people at least every other day to kind of keep engagement up if you want to really maximize Facebook. Now, as far as what to post on Facebook, I've had the best luck as far as engagement and reach with videos and maybe quote pictures and stuff like that. So basically stuff that keeps people on Facebook will do better than a link to a blog post or something like that. So quotes and uploaded videos, don't share links to YouTube videos. That doesn't work very well. But if you do like embedded videos that you upload directly to Facebook, you do quotes like this in text form, or even quotes embedded in pictures and stuff, that's what people like on Facebook. Next is Twitter, and Twitter is a little different than most because you can post a lot more often since your tweet does not have a very long shelf life. For the most part, most of your followers will not see what you tweet, so you can post more often. Now, you don't want to post the same thing over and over and over, but you want to say, post stuff that's helpful. You want to try a few different things. Some people post as much as every 30 minutes or something. So 15 times per day seems to be a good spot for that. This is something that QuickSprout really endorses, one of the best internet marketing blogs out there. And you want to post every hour or two between 2 a.m. and 10 p.m. Save your best stuff for the middle of the day between 10 and 2 p.m. or so. And those will be probably peak times around lunchtime when people tend to check their Twitter feeds. So because each tweet does not get very many shares after the first hour or so, you can post a lot more often. One guy that you could look at for some examples of how to do this with, say, a website would be Jeff Bullis. He's a very popular blogger about marketing and social media. He posts like every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes. He posts extremely often. And he gets a few shares on each post, but he posts so often that he gets a ton of social media traffic, like almost no one you've probably ever seen. So you can see he has a lot of followers. You'll notice his blog has a lot of traffic, and he tends to know what he's doing. He's been recognized by a lot of top marketing and business companies. And you might want to, schedule those. Use a Hootsuite or Buffer or Social Oomph or something like that to schedule those. Instagram is next, and they're a little more like Facebook. You can post 1 to 2 times per day, and some of them might post 3, but that's kind of on the high end. 1 to 2 times per day seems to be about the best for Instagram. They have a longer shelf life like a Facebook post would. You want to post one between 8 and 9 a.m. Another one you might post at 2 a.m. Believe it or not, people actually check their Instagram feeds early in the morning, especially like, in weekends and stuff like that. So the thing about posting that early in the morning is a lot of your competition is not going to be posting. So there may be less people online, but the people that are online are very likely to see what you posted. And you have a longer shelf life, so people later in the morning will probably see it. But a lot of people tend to check Instagram in off hours or right before work and school. One example of what you could post on here is, scenery. Scenery is really cool, or videos of you doing cool stuff. GoPro is a great example of these types of posts. They get a ton of engagement. 13.2 million followers. You can see what kind of stuff they post, and a lot of it is stuff like their customers are doing, and they're sending their images and stuff to them, and then they post them on social media. Another one you might look at is Founder Magazine. They've had a lot of success just posting inspiring quotes. They have 1.1 million followers, and a lot of people don't even know who they are. So quotes are pretty much their bread and butter as far as growing their account, because when they post something related to their magazine, it doesn't do near as well. So those are some accounts you might look to for inspiration on Instagram. Pinterest, as far as that goes, you can post more often, kind of like you can on Twitter, but not quite as much. On the high end, people might post up to like 30 times a day, but for the most part, around 10 or 11 times per day is about optimal, which means, every couple of hours, and you can get the best engagement posting every hour between 2 and 4 a.m., every hour between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., and every hour between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. So those would be your kind of main time slots. You can obviously test different things, but just as an overall study between a lot of different marketing studies, that's kind of the best times to do it. You also want to share a lot of other people's Pinterest stuff. That helps you kind of stand out more and get noticed. On Pinterest, I like to get ideas from kind of small Pinterest brands like blogs and stuff. One of them is Michelle Schroeder Gardner at Making Sense of Sense. She has just under 100,000 followers now. She's kind of a small-time blogger, but she's really grown her brand a lot through Pinterest, and that is the main social media platform she dominates. So images that are vertical more than they are horizontal, like these, kind of long and skinny, that have something that has to do with how to do something, like a recipe or how to make money, or how to save money, how to do this, how to do that. But vertical, long and skinny images with words on them tend to do very well. So quotes, infographics, and if you're doing a blog post or a video, put it in this form as an image with the title, like she does. She does very well. The next one would be LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is not really something you're going to get a lot of like website traffic from, really, unless you do like articles and stuff like that. But LinkedIn, the best to post on LinkedIn is about once per day. You might post, obviously you want to post something kind of related to professional type stuff, or news related maybe. Quotes maybe. Quotes pretty much do good on every platform, but stuff like scenery and funny stuff, that type of stuff doesn't do well on LinkedIn. You want to post between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. That's the main time you want to post, and that is on work days. So Monday through Friday would be the better times to do that. Somebody I would look to for inspiration is Tony Robbins, who I would say his posts, when I see stuff in my feed, his posts tend to get a lot of engagement for a post on LinkedIn. Obviously, you're not going to see that much engagement with stuff like that on LinkedIn in general, but you can follow Tony Robbins on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/n/AI Robbins, and that should allow you to come up on this page and see kind of what he posts. He posts quotes, he posts articles, he writes and publishes articles directly on his LinkedIn and stuff as well. So he'll show you a few different types of posts that you could do successfully. And last but not least is Google Plus, one social media platform a lot of people have kind of forgotten. It is still relevant, especially for like professionals who have to do with like software and tech and coding and blogging and marketing and stuff like that are the people that seem to use it the most, especially. 2 times per day is about what you want to post. One at somewhere between 9 and 11 a.m. Another one between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. So Google Plus, like I said, a lot of professionals use it. Anna Hoffman is one kind of small Google Plus user that I follow, who has some interesting ideas. She has about 45,000 followers or so, but as kind of a small-time blogger, that's pretty good. She posts stuff that gets fairly decent engagement for, you know, the amount of followers she has. Another one you might follow, Neil Patel, also TechCrunch, some of those types of brands you might look at, but a lot of it is like quotes and the latest articles and stuff like that is a lot of what you'll find on Google Plus. So I'd recommend stuff like that. So that's it for this video. If you wanted to know how and when and what to post on social media, hopefully that is a good starting point for you. If you felt like this was helpful, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video or your experiences maybe with these platforms, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I know people watching would as well if you can add anything to this conversation. And I'll get the links and the examples I mentioned, all that stuff, on the show notes page at selfmadesuccess.com soon. And I'll also get a link to that in the video description soon as well. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day.